Hey, what is going on, Twintendo Nation? Hope you're having an awesome day. Now, last night, very late for me, around 3 AM, we got a very big update for Pokemon Go, or the biggest we've had in a long time since the game's kind of gone quiet recently. And this is Generation 3 finally coming to Pokemon Go, and yes, we've heard hints about it in recent data mines and stuff, but finally we've got concrete proof that at least some of Generation 3 Pokemon are coming to the game in the next few weeks. So in the latest update that went live last night, data miners looked into the game and they found a loading screen for the Halloween event, which will be starting in a few weeks. And they found the loading screen which has brand new Generation 3 Pokemon on it, such as Banette, Dusclops, Duskull, Sableye, Shoppet, those kind of ghost Pokemon. It's basically ghost Pokemon for the Halloween event. And when I first saw this, I was like, well, this is going to be very similar to Generation 2. So if you guys don't remember, with Generation 2's launch, they released, I think it was around 6 or 7 Generation 2 baby Pokemon in eggs that you could hatch, and obviously that was a limited release. And then I think 2 months later, or a month and a bit later afterwards, they released Generation 2 Pokemon, the entire Pokedex, and we've not had anything like that since, and it's kind of been probably too long. I was hoping for Generation 3 around summer. It is a bit of a shame it's going to take like a year to release each generation. But yeah, as I was saying, it only looks like it's going to be, you know, some limited Generation 3 Pokemon that are ghost types that will be coming out around Halloween time, and then probably around November, December time, we will get a full Generation 3 launch, basically. But there are a few things that I want to point out in the APK that were discovered by data miners that obviously show Generation 3 is coming soon, but there's also a few things missing from the actual game files that will be needed to be like present in the actual game for Generation 3 to be launched, and there's some stuff that's missing, so it's not going to happen at least this week or the next few weeks, I think. But like I said, November, December time seems more reasonable. So let's just jump into this APK update. So firstly, Generation 3 audio assets were found in the latest update, so they've been recently added, and as you guys can see from this picture on PokemonGoHub.net, there's loads of files for these audio clips, obviously for the Generation 3 Pokemon, for their cries and stuff. Now, the data miners have heard this audio already. They say it sounds good, but especially the night music, and I completely forgot that when a new generation arrives on Pokemon Go, they normally add some new music with it, and this isn't too surprising since we had that in Generation 2. I think the night music since Generation 2 was introduced has been different, so it looks like they will be changing the night music yet again when Generation 3 launches, so I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully it will be a remix of a classic Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire music track. I don't know, it could be anything, could be something new or completely original, or like a remix, something like that, so I'd be looking forward to a remix for sure. Now, in the APK they've also found a new badge for Generation 3, and this is basically a Pokedex entry Generation 3 badge, very similar to obviously the Generation 1 and 2 Pokedex entries. So that is obviously a sign that, hey, you'll be able to catch Generation 3 Pokemon soon, which is great. Again, I still think that's for the Halloween event, for those limited Pokemon, rather than a full Generation 3 Pokedex, or basically a full Generation 3 launch. But it is coming very soon, thankfully. I still think they need to do more than just Generation 3 to keep the game interesting, because the raids and the EX raids have kind of been hit and miss recently, and I don't know why, but I really enjoyed the events they did. If you guys remember, like the Fire and Ice events, and all those other ones, the Grass event, the Water ones, I really enjoyed them, and they've not brought them back, so I'm hoping they can bring a few of them back for the winter or not, or maybe they just not bring them back at all. But anyway, rant over. There are a few more things that I do want to talk about in terms of Generation 3 coming to Pokemon Go. So as I said at the start of the video, there is a key piece of data that is missing from Pokemon Go that would help the launch of Generation 3, and this is basically the inclusion of new moves and abilities. There is a lot of speculation that people think abilities will be added to Pokemon Go, since Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire were the first games to introduce abilities themselves. But normally, just before when we get a new generation, like we've seen with Generation 2, the last thing to be added is all the new moves, and we've still not got any of the new moves added yet. I can't really remember off the top of my head what new moves were introduced in Generation 3, but obviously we don't have any of them added yet in Pokemon Go. And like I said, abilities, there is a lot of speculation. I personally think abilities would definitely help the game, but then again, at the same time, there's no PvP battling, so what's the point of having abilities if it's not really gonna help too much? Because obviously you can use probably abilities in gyms and stuff, but I don't know, we're still waiting for PvP, and we're still waiting for trading almost 2 years on, which is a bit disappointing. And that's pretty much it in terms of all Generation 3 stuff. Like I said, they've added obviously the new badge, they've added the new loading screen, and we've got the new audio file, so we are getting there. It's just going to take another month or so. But guys, let me know if you're looking forward to Generation 3 launching in Pokemon Go. I definitely am. It's definitely one of my favourite generations. It was the first Pokemon generation I actually had in terms of games. Pokemon Ruby was my first ever Pokemon game, so this is definitely a special generation for me. Whether this will keep me interested in Pokemon Go for a long time, I really doubt it, because you can probably catch the majority of the Pokemon you want from Generation 3 in a couple of weeks or a month. So I don't know, I still want some big updates regardless, in, you know, not just Generation 3, but I'm hoping Niantic can pull through. But anyway guys, like I said, if you're looking forward to Generation 3, make sure to hit that like button down below, and if you want to stay up to date with everything Pokemon Go, hit that subscribe button as well. Anyway guys, thank you very much for watching, hope you have an awesome day, and I will see you on the next video. Peace!